Now on the Austrian cams, I've noticed this red glow and this celestial shaped object that's to the left side of where we see the sun. Now with the sunrise as well, as I've spoke on the other videos, that reflector does take in place as we see that strange harp cloud. Now please look carefully at these images because we see a dark shadow to the left side of this object. I believe again, when we do see the sun that's dimming, something else is out there being cloaked by technology that they've been using for a long time now to fool the public. So let's go to the Austrian cams, and I hope that you're all having a brilliant day. Here we have the first cam on this web page that I've noticed. Timestamp there is 2:13. It is today's date, and what I saw as I spoke earlier on is this strange orb, a chem plane, and this strange shape that just shows itself and then disappears. When I go back, you'll see this. Now there's the chem line in the sky, dark shadows, and then we've got this strange shape here. Now when I look at different webcams, which I've been doing for many years now, you do pick up on other things. You do notice what cloud systems are like. You can blatantly see chemtrails. You can see different colors, reflections, and other things that just appear and disappear. It looks to me like this chem plane here is hiding something. See, when you go back, it's gone. You go back through the cam as well. At this time, it's darker again. But when I go back to the front, I noticed this. Now let's zoom into this. Okay, what I've done is I've zoomed into this object here, something that's showing itself like a shadow, and then it goes. Can you see the way it jumps away? It's very strange, isn't it? You see the chem line and this. I mean, again, we've got to think out the box. It is and could be absolutely anything. I'm not here to cause any worry. I'm just here to be observant to what we see. Now, I've got some other clippings I want to show you as well from the other Austrian webcam. Okay, now what I've done is I've zoomed out to this image I took earlier on. When you look in detail at this photograph, okay, you're seeing a pink shadow on the horizon. But what I took notice of as well, that when the sun rises at about 10:30 in the morning, like you see on the screen here that was taken off the webcam earlier, you can start to see that chemtrail just below to the left side. Now, just to the further left side, there is something that's showing itself on the screen, a round celestial object. We've seen many of these. Now, I've monitored this cam carefully, picking up different things. Now, I know it's huge, okay? And the thing is though, I believe it to be a huge reflection. Now these objects, again, are a long way away. They're still out there in our inner solar system, but they're reflecting. They're reflecting a pink haze, a light source, because many people still sending footage in explaining that, right to this day, that they're seeing this pink haze and then it sort of goes away down to the right hand side. They see it going down, the dimming of this haze, and then the plasma from the sun starts to move down very slowly. It's like there's two objects in the sky that's reflecting light. Now, what we're seeing here as well is a red colour, a red haze. Now, we just got to continue researching and continue showing, because like Steve said on the other video as well, that the skies of 1984 were so different. There was no objects, there was no picking up anything of any celestial shape around the area that we see of the sun. It was clear. We could see it very clearly, but again, it's a cover-up where they're now spraying heavily from around them areas. Just take a look outside. For the morning sunrise, you'll see those chems reflecting that pink haze off them, and to the 3 p.m. skies in the afternoon, to the evening sun down, you will see heavy amounts of chemtrail activity, because they know that you will start to see these objects. When the sun is in the afternoon period, there is a dimming going on. They are cloaking the truth up there as well. They are hiding. So you can't see this incoming event. Please look around as well. As I've said, there's still thousands of people walking around with their mobile phones and not taking any notice of this chemtrailing activity. So let's move to the next piece of footage that I picked up on this webcam. Okay, now what I've done is I'm showing you now this other piece of footage as well that I picked up on the Austria cam earlier on this morning. What we're seeing again is this pink haze that's around the area that we see of the sun. But again, to the left hand side, we're seeing that object, aren't we? What's most important about this image is to the left hand side again, the skies are becoming darker. Now, when we can see that halo, okay, and we see those chem lines in front of the halo, what we're seeing is, okay, is a cover up. But when we see these images as well, on the sunrise and the 10 o'clock dimness of the skies, we're seeing now this red celestial reflection. I've said right from the beginning of the videos on the other channel that we will start to see the reflections. Then in our future, we will see those objects coming through. It's important to check the scope chart as well, the solo scope chart, because when we do see objects around the area of the sun that are blatantly there, we're picking them up. Go to the scope charts and look about where you see the known celestial bodies, and you'll be quite surprised that some of the images on them scope charts and other solar charts will show you that nothing should be there. So let's now move on to other images. Okay, I've reached over to this webcam as well that's on the same web page in Austria. Now, what I want to show you as well, we're not going to be able to see the skies on this webcam because of the grey cloud formations, okay? But what I want to explain to you, please, is when we see this reflection here, it's normal. This sunset colour of red, okay? Now, this webcam is up to date. It's now 16:59 showing on this webcam. Now, it is pre-recorded, and I'm just going to move it now to this part because we now start to see the pink haze from the system. It sounds quite strange to many people that are new to the channel and have been watching, but they've started to observe the skies. I've had many emails come in stating, "You're absolutely right. I've never seen this pink haze before," and sending in images showing this difference. So more people have become aware of this now. Still news media don't speak out about it. Here it is. Now, when I just go back, you'll start to see the normal reflection that's reflecting on these mountains. But when we go through the cam, it becomes very pink. Another color takes over. And when we go through it as well, we go through the different images, it goes away. Now, look at the timestamp. It's 5:47. When we go to 5:31, this is what happens. This is why people email stating that they see this pink strange color in the skies and then it just drops down and disappears. So let's move on to another cam image. Now what I've done is I've gone and moved to this other cam. This is another part of Austria. Now I want to show you as well the sunrise. Looking back again of that sunrise back in the old days in the 70s, 80s, early 90s. But when we see the sunrise now of Monday 29th of the 1st 2018 in them parts of the world as well, please watch this. You will see this strange cloud formation, and it is produced by chemtrails, chemicals, with the strange reflection as well from something else, an orange haze. Let me just see this. Now what you should normally see is a yellow golden sun just moving up the horizon and everything should be fine. But now look at this. Can you see this now? All this again is chems. Can you see again the way they're filtering out the area to see of the sun? It's a mess. Let me just zoom into this for you. Here is the image of the so-called sun. Indeed, it's a reflector. This is what they do. They produce all that on the area of the horizon, and it just becomes a total mess. 8:30, this image was taken on this cam. Just zooming back out, there's that strange reflection on the snow. Like a pink reflection. It's everywhere. It's on the chem formations. I mean, it's getting a lot stronger now. And what we're seeing again, this is so blatantly obvious, this webcam, because what you're seeing again is this white object in the sky, but then it's beaming this pink reflection. I've said this all along on different people's photographs as well. When seeing the halo, we do start to see the white reflector and then this pink haze, different colors that are coming through. Okay, now what I've done is I've gone to this cam as well, and I find it very interesting because we're picking up a lot of objects up there as well. Chem lines and strange formations, and this blue plasma coming from the actual area that we can see of the reflector. There's something blue behind it. Can you see on the mountain? Everything's just looking very much different. Let's just alter this cam now to move across and see what we can see. Okay, now this is quite interesting as well because we see this reflector and it's beaming a blue color. Very, very strange. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go across here, move across the cam, because before the area of this reflector rises, it's quite strange to see this red reflection, something else, and this cloud formation just turns up. Look back again. It's clear, absolutely clear for 7:22 a.m. And then when we go across to the other side at 8:26, this strange color appears with these strange formations. Now, what happens is as well, when we go through the cam, that strange formation's disappeared, and we start to see this strange color of the sun rising, still of dark skies to the right side, 9:32. So I'm just going to go back once more. What you saw there was the plasma, the rising at 7:22, then it moves to 8:26, and we're seeing this color that's coming through. Something else is reflecting. Now, it gets stranger as well, because when we're seeing the rising now, 9:32, look at this. This isn't our sun. Look, it's 10:36. Where is that lovely golden sunrise that we saw in 1984? It isn't. There's something going on. 10:36, dark skies to the right hand side as well. It isn't right. It shouldn't be like that. Now we're seeing this strange reflection. Look at this color as well. It's beaming through, and you've got this blue reflection. Now, people still talk about through emails right to this day on the other email address about the blue Kachina. Now, the blue Kachina is a real celestial body as well. They will show themselves in the skies. We've got many celestial bodies that are out there. They will reflect these colors without a shadow of a doubt. We've just got to keep monitoring and seeing this evidence that's unraveling itself to this day. Can you see this chemtrail here? But look at this. This color really intrigued me when I looked through the cam. I was very, very shocked to see this. I mean, when on earth have you ever seen the sun become this color? At 12:03, it's dimming. Look at the different colors. There's many shadows, and it just really makes me think, because when we see and have seen past webcam images of the sun, it has, through the years, it has indeed changed color. Webcams cannot lie. They are there. They've not been harassed or messed with. They are there taking high definition photographs of what we're seeing on the screen. Now, going back to these cams, a number of years ago, we would have just seen a normal yellow sun rising in the skies. Not this. Okay, I'm going to go now. But again, it's very interesting to look at the Austrian cams, many other webcams as well, that need to be looked at. And again, please take care, because I'm going to produce another video shortly with images across the